I would like to thank all the members who have participated in this governance debate. Also, sir, since the debate has been very, very vast and many subjects have been taken up, I will apologize because I may not be able to take up the matters in a very organized and a systematic manner, and I may not be able to cover all the issues and the subjects that have been mentioned by the honorable members, simply because there were too many of them, and it will be impossible for me to cover all of them. But I can assure the members that not only has my team, but I have also personally, as always, I have noted down the personal concerns of the honorable members, and I will try to address them. At the same time, we will also ensure that whatever action needs to be taken, we will take necessary actions. Sir, having said that, the Governor's Address, obviously, sir, is a document that works towards showcasing what the government has done in the past, and also gives some glimpse about what are the areas of importance for the government and how the government intends to move forward. And hence, it is a document which may not be able to cover every single aspect of the government's programs, but it tries to touch on as many as possible. So therefore, a lot of members have mentioned that so many other points were not mentioned, but that does not mean that those points are not important, sir. So with that clarification, I will, of course, at the very outset, apologize. I will try to move as fast as possible. There is a lot of document. I have about 15 pages of typed documents myself, and about there are 20-30 pages here. And as I said, I'll try to cover as much as possible. And as always, sir, we try to address the concerns of the honorable members during the debate, as I think this is quite personal points they've mentioned. So we will try to do that, sir, in the course of the reply. So there was a point mentioned about the CM housing scheme, and one of the members had mentioned about it, maybe a couple of members had mentioned. And sir, as you're aware, for the CM housing scheme, it's a very important scheme where we try to give housing materials to the economically backward and weaker section of society. And in order to do that, sir, there is a committee that is set up at the block level. And this block level housing selection and monitoring committee, which is headed by an individual from that particular block, is there, and the committee is there. And that is the committee that finalizes the list of individuals who are supposed to get the different housing schemes. So there was a concern that was raised regarding catchment areas, and a number of members again had mentioned. And there was a proposal that the government could buy the catchment areas that are there. So the proposal, of course, is a very positive proposal, but the financial implications of such a proposal is quite large. And hence, it may not be possible for us to really go for this. And maybe the best way possible in the future is actually to tie up and have different models like the payment for ecosystem services which we have, where we have some kind of understanding where there is a financial transaction, at the same time some kind of other benefits given to the landowners, so that these catchment areas are not affected and are protected, and at the same time the landowners are given a financial compensation in a justified manner. So as of now, we are moving with that particular process. As you're aware, we have a very large project called the Meghalaya project. It's a 344 crore project for catchment area protection, especially for the Shillong and the Tura catchment areas. And with these projects, we will try to figure out how we can compensate the different landowners, as the amount required to purchase land is going to be very high. So regarding the pollution that was mentioned in Bernihat, I would like to mention out here that I have already replied in the House that we have been continuously monitoring the air quality, and for whatever quality air monitoring that we have done at our level, we have realized that the air quality is moderate as per the reports that have come to us. But nonetheless, we are not taking it lightly, And hence we have now put up a live monitoring system where automatically the air quality is updated to us almost on a daily basis. And I'm sure with this kind of technology implementation and monitoring, we will be able to continuously watch the overall quality levels. Cancelling of licenses may not be a practical way forward, because we are also looking at investments in the state. But of course, those organizations and those companies that flaunt certain rules and laws and are not adapting to technology that is required to protect or to reduce the environment, the pollution, obviously penalization can take place, and we can put heavy financial checks on these particular organizations or companies. Sir, there was also an issue of the mining in the state, and a concern that individuals had asked about the mining, that when it will start. Of course, sir, we will have the budget speech that will be coming up right after this. And but I can share with the House that it is in a very, very advanced stage, and we are just waiting for the final environmental clearance and public hearing to take place. And we expect that this entire process should take about 45 to 60 days. But of course, there may be some more small matters that are there. But we are very sure that within the next financial year, in the early part of next financial year, we should be able to see the actual scientific mining process start in the state, sir. So there was a concern regarding the quality of the rice that was being provided through the FCI, and some examples were given regarding some bags, hand-stitched bags that were received, which had adulterated food items in it. And so just to share with the House, during that particular incident, very prompt action was taken by the department and by these food safety officials, and they have taken necessary action. And after that, even the Honorable Minister himself had called the officials of the FCI and had reviewed the matter and had urged them and warned them, in fact, that the quality should not be compromised, and the continuous monitoring of the quality should be done. And hence, that particular incident, as I said, necessary action has been taken. And there was also concerns regarding the price rise, and mentioning that that there should be proper mechanisms. So just to share with the House that the price of essential commodities through the Price Monitoring Center is within the permissible limits of the All India rate. And so therefore, though some people may say that the price rise is there, or maybe the public might feel, but comparing to the rest of the country also at the national level, we are within the permissible limits of the All India rate, and we ensure that every step is taken to have sufficient stocks in all the districts, so that there should not be any price rise due to shortage or any kind of a man-made situation. So we are continuously monitoring the situation, sir, and we are doing our best to ensure that we keep things under control. So there was a concern regarding the homestays. As you're aware, sir, we had almost 461 entrepreneurs who had been involved. This is one of the highest, sir, in the history of the state. And 460 entrepreneurs have been given the scheme. And out of this 463 entrepreneurs, already close to 100 of them have already started the homestays. And the point that was mentioned, that there was a delay in the release of funds from the rural banks, so this issue has been addressed. We have had multiple meetings at the officers level with the Meghalaya Rural Bank, and all nitty-gritties and problems that the individual homestay owners who have applied for this loan are facing, we have worked closely with the banks, and we're ensuring that the funds are released at the earliest. You have to also, sir, appreciate the fact that this is the highest number ever. And hence, even the banks were actually quite overwhelmed by the response, and therefore there could have been some delays, but we have taken steps to ensure that these are rectified at the earliest. We are in fact going for a very ambitious target of close to 3,000 homestays in the next 5 years, and hence it will be important that these kind of hurdles do not block this entire process or the objective of the government to have a large number of homestays. So there was a very important issue raised by a large number of members regarding the school dropouts, and yes sir, this is a major concern for the state government, and we've realized that there are multiple factors involved in this, and it starts with even basic things like the quality of the schools, the school buildings, the teachers, the availability of teachers, so on and so forth, sir. And hence, keeping all these factors in mind, we have started working on at all fronts, whether it is the repair of the government LP schools, whether it is the appointment of the teachers to ensure that there is manpower, whether it's to ensure that we are able to improve the overall textbooks and make them available at the grassroots level. All these different interventions are being done towards achieving the goal of improving the overall results and also reducing the school dropout percentage. So there are many other programs that the government of Meghalaya is proposing, which some I will mention in my budget speech, but some of them are still in the pipeline. But we expect that in the next financial year itself, we may be able to go with few pilot projects to address the school dropout issue in a much more focused manner, sir. So there was an issue that was mentioned regarding the permission of opening permissions to the schools. Sir, you are aware that there is a committee that is headed by the director, and this committee meets every year once, and depending on the large number of applications or less number of applications, if necessary, they meet even twice or 3 times a year. And there are different criteria that are there, based on which the opening permissions are given. And whichever school or institution fulfills those criteria, like adequacy of classrooms, library, laboratory, number of teachers, and so on and so forth, these factors are examined, and based on that, the opening permissions are given. And hence, sir, if there is any specific concern on specific school that is applied, sir, we will be happy to address that particular issue also. So there were concerns raised about the requirement for higher secondary schools in different parts of the state, sir. And yes, this is definitely a concern. Apart from the dropout rates that are there, the fact that higher secondary schools are not there in large parts in regions and constituencies and subdivisions, this matter is a big concern. And therefore, sir, the government has in fact proposed, the directorate, has proposed that there should be few schools, government schools, which are secondary to be upgraded to the higher secondary level. And the government of Meghalaya is actively considering those schools also. The list of the schools are not with me right now, but that proposal has been put up by the directorate, and we will try our best, sir, to ensure that more and more higher secondary schools come out in different parts of the state, sir. Sir, again, continuing with education, there were concerns about more government colleges to be put up everywhere. Sir, as of now, the education department has not really explored the aspect of government colleges, because the new scheme of People's College is looking more effective, and we are able to cover a larger area with the same amount of money that we would spend, say, for provincializing a government college. So therefore, the efficacy is more with People's College, and we are able to really disperse the funds in a much more kind of fair manner and to different regions, and take up more institutes by granting the People's College scheme to different areas and different colleges. And hence, for now, we are not going with the concept of government colleges. We are looking at different colleges which were run maybe privately, but then government supports them by giving certain sanctioned posts. It's in a deficit pattern, but we have given it a much more generic and a larger feel of a government, of a People's College, by granting different posts and sanctioning posts. So there was also concern regarding the fees structure, and saying that there are a lot of grant in aid colleges and schools that are still charging very high fees. And yes, sir, this has come to our notice. In fact, we have asked the institutions to submit the fee structures to us. We are receiving the information from different colleges. And as we get it, sir, we will definitely look into the matter and get the matter examined, sir. The specific issue was raised regarding the Moplang Science and Commerce College. Sir, I just want to update that the matter has been resolved, and sir, the fund has been released through the State PWD building, which is the implementing agency, on the 19th of February 2024. So there was an issue of the second installment not being released, but we have received the funds, and the funds have been further given to the State PWD building. So we expect that the work should start at the earliest. Sir, again, regarding the government college in East Jaintia Hills, we do have one college called the Jaintia Eastern College, which is under the People's College scheme. Hence, as of now, we don't have a proposal for government college, whether in East Jaintia Hills or anywhere in the state, because of the explanation I had given earlier, that it is easier for us to distribute the same amount to maybe 3-4 colleges of what the amount it will take to give to one government college. And hence it is much more prudent for us, much more effective for us to go with the People's College model, as we are able to help more and more colleges, sir. So there was an issue that was raised regarding the DMF and asking whether the MLAs have any role to play in this. So the DMF is being utilized as per the guidelines of the Pradhan Mantri Kanji Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, PMKKKY. And the MLAs are notified as members of the governing council of the District Mineral Foundation. And therefore, obviously, sir, the MLAs have a role to play, and that committee is the committee that utilizes the funds. So some of the MLAs had mentioned about specific road connectivity, like the Ladumsau, Mollendep, Maumaram Road, and the works that has been taken up, as you're aware, under the MITP project, and about 53% of the work, physical work, is complete. So there was also a mention about the heavy load trucks that are plying in this particular area. So the transport department is monitoring those aspects also very, very closely. Some of the honorable MLAs had mentioned about the DSS MH road and other roads in East Jaintia Hills. I can just inform the House that the Pala Saipung road, about 16 kilometers, we are proposing to take that up under the Central Road Infrastructure Fund. The DSS MH road, about 65 kilometers, so we are proposing it under a centrally sponsored program, and of course, as and when it is sanctioned, we will take up the project. The Jalia Narwan road, also, sir, we are proposing to take up under the PMGSY 3, and we are awaiting sanction for that particular road. There was also mention about Katashnong and many villages which are unconnected. Again, sir, we are taking as many as possible under PMGSY, and those that do not come under PMGSY, so we are coming up with we in fact have already started a project called the CM Rural Connect Road Project, under which we will be taking up all these roads or villages which are not qualified under the PMGSY guidelines or other guidelines, and we are working towards providing connectivity to these unconnected villages through a state scheme called the CM Rural Connect scheme. So we may not be able to do all the villages in one go, but the process will start, and in a phase-wise manner, we will try and connect these villages. Sir, continuing with roads and PWD, there was also a question regarding the Western Bypass construction, and as you know, so that's a 38.25 kilometer road, and we have already received a sanction of 681.63 crores for the land acquisition, and as the Honorable Deputy CM has already clarified in the question hour, that it is in very advanced stage, and at the same time the 4-laning for Umiam to Ratachera highway also, sir. This was raised. There is the DPR of this particular road also is under process. And once the DPR is done, so the project, we will work hard to take it forward, sir. Sir, there was also a suggestion that there should be a double lane road from Sorinkam to Lad Nongkrem and connecting New Shillong and to connect with Shillong Jawai Road. So this also is a very good proposal. Definitely, sir, the government will definitely examine that aspect also. So issue was raised regarding the ITI Clariat and wondering when it will be functional. Sir, I'm happy to inform that the advertisement for admissions and enrollment of candidates for the new session will start in the month of June 2024, sir. The renovation of the building will be completed before the start of the new session from 1st of September 2024, sir. So therefore, it is in the line and on track. And as I said, sir, we expect that the new session from 1st of September 2023, the Clariat ITI should be functional, sir. So regarding the issue of the dumping grounds for different cities and towns in the state, so we are in very advanced stage in most of the locations for getting new dumping grounds in new areas, landfill sites. It is a big challenge, as you're aware, because these areas and lands belong to the community, and hence we have to get the community into confidence. Some places we are able to move forward, some places we are facing huge challenge, but we are continuously under the process of ensuring that it moves fast. I can share that for Shillong and Tura, we are at a quite advanced stage, and also we are working continuously for other towns also to make it happen. At the same time, there was a proposal that we should move towards looking at the satellite townships, not just New Shillong, the administrative city and the knowledge city, but also in other areas, in other directions of Shillong, which again is a very good proposal, sir, and definitely we will examine and see how we could utilize other areas and regions to create satellite townships. So there was a concern about the river rejuvenation, especially the Umshirpi and the Wamukra river. And I'm happy to inform the House, sir, that we are going in a multi-pronged approach to address this issue. While we are proposing with Government of India, the Water Resource Department is proposing with Jal Shakti to have a river cleaning and river maintenance project under the Jal Shakti Ministry to allow us to put different technologies to clean up the river and to protect the river, which is still at a discussion stage, but we are getting very positive response from Government of India, and we're hopeful that we should be able to come up with a concrete plan in a couple of months. But sir, just to share with you, we had taken this up a very long time back also. But even when we took this up a long time back, we had a challenge because Government of India was not agreeable to the large cost of the rejuvenation at that point in time. So we had to change the proposal completely, and therefore now we are under the process of looking at new technology and reducing the cost, and I'm hoping that this should be moving ahead in the right direction. But while that happens, hand in hand, parallelly, we are moving towards also the riverfront development project, which is a 40 crore project, and we have laid the foundation stone for the Wamukra river project, river development work, and the tender also has been called. So we expect that work for this riverfront development project should start very soon. Similarly, so in other parts of the state also, we are exploring the possibility of having different projects to ensure that we are able to keep our rivers and streams, especially in urban areas, clean. So there was a concern regarding the district council salaries, especially in the Garo Hills and also in the Jente Hills. Sir, you are aware that both these organizations and institutions or governments are actually autonomous in nature, and hence the salary component and running the district councils is completely the responsibility of the elected body, which is autonomous in nature. And hence, to tie it to the state government and put it on the responsibility of the state government to pay the salaries is not fair in one way. But still, since it is within our state and it is a traditional institution that we all the public, in fact, requires and needs, it is the responsibility of the government to look into ways and means in which we can support them and help them whenever possible. So there is a bigger challenge when it comes to these district councils, because while we give them money and funds to them as and when we are able to, and as and when their share comes, there is also a requirement to internally improve the functioning of these organizations also. Just to share with you, sir, there are 1,577 employees in the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council. And the difference between the amount that they earn every month and the salaries that they have to pay is almost close to 3 to 4 crores deficit. So roughly, I don't have the exact numbers, but I can tell you plus minus average, the revenues are about 1.5 to 2 crores a month, whereas salaries and other expenditures touches about 5 crores per month for the Garo Hills District Council alone. And the Jayant Hills District Council also faces a similar problem. And hence, there will have to be a multi-pronged approach and a lot of strong decisions to be taken administratively within the district councils to cut their cost, to be very firm in their administrative mechanism. And yes, the government of Meghalaya can also support in terms of guiding them and also giving them funds as and when possible, of course following the necessary guidelines. But sir, we are aware of the matter, and yes, for a long time they have not been able to pay salaries, but it is not because government of Meghalaya is not paying salaries. It's not our responsibility to pay the salaries. It is the responsibility of the council. But as I said, it is our responsibility to support them, which we are doing. But to directly blame government of Meghalaya for not releasing the salaries, I feel, sir, is not fair on the government of Meghalaya. But we are part of the system together, and therefore we will do what we can to support the district councils, because it is definitely part of the state, and we also feel the pain and the difficulties that they go through, and we will do our best, sir, to support them. We are supporting them even now, and even in the future, so we will do our best to support them. So there was a concern regarding the dental rules, service rules, sir. I can inform the House that it is in a very advanced stage. So you'll be surprised to know that most of the departments did not have service rules pre-2018. And almost in every cabinet meeting you must have seen in the media that one department or other we are clearing service rules now. So the process has been going on. We have completed a large part of the exercise where now service rules are in place, and just a few of them are left. We are now closing them, and as mentioned, sir, the Chief Secretary had a meeting where he had informed all the departments that the departmental promotion will not happen until unless the service rules are in place. And this order has now put everybody under pressure to clear the service rules, and hence we are in the process now. I'm hopeful that in a short period of time the dental service rules will be out, and all the other departments which do not have service rules will get service rules, sir. So there was a very good proposal that came out from some of the members, sir, regarding different job opportunities and really promoting existing entrepreneurs and existing shops, and giving them better technology, giving them better training, or helping them financially so that they can expand their business from what they're already doing. And sir, this is precisely the model that our state government and the MDA government 1 and 2 is doing and will continue to do. Is we try to take things which are happening and improve them further. So for example, the Lakadong Turmeric mission is a hugely successful mission where we have been able to transform to a large extent the kind of products that come out today. There was a time when the farmers used to sell the raw turmeric, but today we are able to process them and sell them in different parts of the world. And similarly, so there was an example given for the blacksmiths. Yes, sir, we are definitely open to it. And I can share with the House also that with the new program called the CM Elevate program, all these different projects can be taken up. So if any of the entrepreneurs wishes to start a business, expand their business, the CM Elevate program is there to support. Apart from that, the new industrial policy also of the state government, which will have projects and different criteria for the micro, small, medium and large scale units, will also support these different kind of units. I urge all of them to take advantage of these different policies that the government is coming up with. So there was a concern regarding the fish production in our state, and few of the members had raised it. So just to share with you, I have a lot of data, but I don't think I'll go into all of that. But there was one issue, that was the average growth of the size of the fish in our state. And just to share, sir, the state has achieved an average growth of 300 kgs per 1,000 square meters in the state, sir, which is quite an average growth, and it's not very less compared to the rest of the country. I also would like to inform the House that we have a requirement of about 32,000 metric tons of fish, out of which the production in the state is 19,000 metric tons, 19,373 metric tons, and hence we have a shortfall of about 12,626 metric tons, which is the one that we import from outside. But as you're aware, sir, the production has been increasing year on year, and more aquaculture missions are being promoted. We are getting tremendous response from the farmers and from the people, and we are sure, sir, that there will come a time very soon when we will be self-sufficient in the production of fish. I also would like to share that the suggestions given by some of the members regarding some of the fish that is there, like the common carp fish, which was mentioned that it is a local and it's very easy to breed and very natural, which is true, sir. And again, the members will be happy to know that the carp seed production during the year 2022-23 was at 7.4 million units, sir, pieces, sir. The exact details I'll have to just check, but it is definitely on the cards, and we are working towards ensuring that we promote that. Sir, regarding the fish stock in Riboy area, sir, as you're aware, a large number of farmers also sometimes find it feasible to sell their products in Assam and Guwahati. So hence, yes, there are some units and storage spaces that are kept there. And all these units are regularly monitored by our officials for any kind of concerns that may come out, sir. So there was an issue of formalin being found in a chemical which is of course used to preserve bodies, dead bodies especially, and there was a concern that this chemical was found. So the Food Safety Department is continuously monitoring this, and we have a testing kit that has been developed by the Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, Kochi, Kerala, and with the help of that, so we are continuously monitoring. Sir, it's a large market, many suppliers bring in, so definitely there could be one or two instances which could come out, which came out in the past. But in general, sir, we are extensively monitoring this aspect. It's a big concern, and we are doing our best by regularly monitoring and checking the products that are being brought into our state, sir. Sir, there was a mention about the Anganwadi workers. Many members mentioned about the Anganwadi workers, and just want to inform, sir, there are 5,896 Anganwadi workers which is sanctioned, and all the posts are full, and there are 4,630 Anganwadi helpers. Again, all these posts are full, and there is no vacancy in these. At the same time, sir, we are also continuously working on ways to recognize the dedication of these Anganwadi workers, and just to share with the House that the Anganwadi workers in the main, their incentives have been increased, sir, from 1,500 to 3,000 rupees now, and the Anganwadi workers mini has been increased from 750 rupees per month to 1,500 rupees per month, sir. And Anganwadi helpers also has been doubled from 500 to 1,000. We have also ensured that different special honorariums are given to them, giving like one-time award to different performing Anganwadi workers, even up to the tune of 5,000 rupees, and in the case of helpers up to 2,500 rupees, sir. Sir, there were concerns regarding the pending bills of the MG and RGS in terms of the material bills. And yes, sir, this has been a concern in many blocks. And we have, in fact, been coordinating with Government of India. The wage component in most cases comes on a very, very regular basis. But we are facing some challenges because the central government is not releasing the bill amount for the materials on time. But time to time, sir, whenever we receive the funds, we do not wait and we quickly release the amount. So you will be aware that the expenditure even for MG and RGS has almost gone up 4 times. So where we were in about 500, 600 crores in 2016, 17, 18, today we are almost touching 2,000 crores in terms of our annual expenditure on MG and RGS. So therefore, all these do put a bit of pressure on the system, but sir, we are on the job, and I can assure the members that we will work continuously to ensure that these funds are released at the earliest. There is no particular delay from state government, but there is a delay in terms of the release of the funds from the central government, which is affecting the release further to the different VECs, sir. So regarding the Lumshnong block, it is temporarily functioning, sir, from the skill development building, and there are some contractual staff is there, which is functioning. But yes, sir, the concerns of the honorable member is noted, and we will take necessary steps to ensure that it is made fully functional at the earliest, sir. Sir, regarding the different airports in the state, there was a long reply that was given by Honorable Deputy CM, so I will not dwell on it too much. But so definitely we have all seen that in the last 5 years, the Umroi airport has seen exceptional growth, and today, hundreds and hundreds of passengers are traveling every day and using that airport. We have some concerns because the technology and the different instrument landing systems that require certain criteria of the 7-kilometer visibility and the lasers working below 400 feet. That restriction is affecting the landing of larger aircrafts. But we are doing a study to find out if there is any possibility for us to overcome those challenges. Because if we have to stick with the old requirements, we will have to, sir, cut off the mountains which are coming in the way, which may cost anything between 5,000 to 7,000 crores to the state government. And hence, we need to really work on this very, very judiciously. We need to think very deeply about this. We understand that, yes, we would like larger planes to come. But the question is, if we simply go ahead and sanction the removal of those mountains, there will be environmental issues, plus there will be a huge financial burden on us. And hence, we are looking at the possibility of finding out if there is latest technologies are available that could bypass this requirement of the ILS system. And if not, then we are looking at other options also. But yes, we are really concerned, and we would like to see that the larger aircrafts land, because that is the only way to see the airport grow in the future, because there's a limitation to the Q400 or the ATRs landing in the Umroi, because they have got limited capacity and limited distance. So regarding Baljek, we had heard the report given by the Honorable Deputy CM earlier.
Yeah, you may please sit down. This is now, it is 2 p.m. Honorable members, I will extend the House in exercise of Rule 11 till all the business listed for today is disposed of. Mr. Please, to continue.
Sir, some of the members had raised an issue about the implementation of JJM. Again, sir, it's a very exhaustive reply, but we had a discussion on JJM just yesterday, and the Honorable Minister has already replied, so I don't want to go into the implementation and the issues of JJM. But I would just like to mention, sir, that we are, in fact, one of the best states in terms of the JJM performance. But having said that, sir, JJM, the fact that we're moving at such a fast pace, there are many challenges, sir, because putting up a tank and connecting the water supply and putting the pipes is one part, but getting the water source and sustaining it for the next 15, 20 years is of course a challenge, sir. So therefore, while we address all those challenges, the implementation of this scheme must continue. So we are working very hard to address those challenges. There are other challenges which will come up in the future, like the maintenance of the pipe, the maintenance of the tank, the maintenance of the quality of the water, the running of the pumps, and who will pay for the petrol and diesel. We are working to figure out, sir, how to address those issues. But these are also issues that are very valid. But as I said that yesterday there was an exhaustive discussion on this. Hence, I will not stress on JJM that much. Sir, I would like to officially, in fact, now inform our Ribhoi MLAs. Both had, two of them have had participated and asked for the infrastructures in Ribhoi area. And I just want to share, sir, we have been very, very particular about this for not just Ribhoi, but for the state as a whole. That while the development of our key growth centers and the key towns and cities must happen, we cannot focus only on our growth centers or only on the cities. So Meghalaya can only develop when the rural areas also develop. And hence we have been very clear with that strategy, and hence the Honorable Sports Minister was very particular that the sports facilities should come out throughout the state. So I'm happy to inform that, the Honorable Members that the construction of artificial turf at Umbuda Nongpo in Ribhoi district with a project cost of almost 11 crores has been sanctioned. And it will be, in fact, the foundation stone will be laid by the Honorable Minister very, very soon. We also have in the pipeline construction of the synthetic athletic track at Chinchona, Pamsiem Nongpo, Ribhoi, and also the construction of an artificial turf at Patharkama. So there are three large facilities that are going to come up in Ribhoi itself. And at the same time, the intervention and inspection by Sports Authority of India for laying of synthetic football turf at Kurkalang, at Ribhoi, and laying of synthetic football turf at Patarim Umsning at Ribhoi has also been inspected by SAI. We are hoping to get a positive response from them very soon. Sir, regarding the, and against the sports was mentioned by many other members, sir. So I'll just in short mention that the infrastructure that we have created in sports in the past 5 years and what we will create in the next 5 years, sir, will be unprecedented. Never has there been so much of stress on sports infrastructure, which I'm sure that no matter how much the members may say, they themselves will agree that yes, there has been a great push for sports. And while we're looking at individual level, the different challenges that we face regarding the different support to be given to sports persons, which was mentioned by so many members, sir, you will again see that in the last 5 years, unprecedented support has been given to sports persons and different associations. So the different associations will tell you and give testimony of the fact that we have never seen this kind of support or received this kind of support from any government in the past. And they've been very thankful to the state government for the kind of support that we have been giving to the associations and to the sports persons. In fact, sir, the entire support that we are giving even now, as we speak, sir, we are giving, for example, sir, cash awards and scholarship schemes. So over 5 crores of cash awards have been given to 3,000 athletes and coaches, sir. We have given sports scholarship scheme now. We have increased the amount that is to be given to medal winners at the national games. We are, investing crores of rupees to identify raw talent at the grassroots level. We are, giving different support through different, again, mission programs like the football mission and other missions throughout the states. Sir. So there's a lot of work that is going on. And again, sir, the commitment is shown in terms of the fact that there were 5 Meghalaya Games held in the last 52 years of the statehood. 5 Meghalaya Games. And out of the 5 Meghalaya Games, 3 were held in the last 4 years. So this is a clear reflection of the commitment to sports and providing the sports infrastructures and facilities and opportunities to our sports person. Yes, sir, everything is not perfect. And we cannot expect Olympics, standards in first go. We strive towards it, we move towards it, but everything takes time, sir. But you can see, as and when we move forward, every games is getting better and better and better. We are learning from our mistakes, we are learning from our shortcomings, we are learning from the feedbacks that are coming in. And we're not just sitting over it, we are actually improving it, sir. So sports, sir, has been a very important part because youth is a very important part for us. And hence we will continue to give the support for sports throughout the state. So regarding health, again, there has been a detailed discussion about the medical colleges. Hence, I will not go into details of that. Already the Honorable Minister has already replied to the health regarding the medical colleges. So regarding the ASHA workers, again, an issue was raised. Let me just share with you, sir, that in the last 5 years, this government has cleared over 60 crores of pending liabilities of ASHAs. I don't want to go into details of all and try to, point fingers here and there. But just to share, sir, that there were years in the past before this government where the incentives were announced, but it was not given. And hence that accumulated, amounting to almost 60 crores, which was not cleared. So that amount was cleared by this government. Along with the clearance of the old dues, we cleared the dues which were due from our time also, sir. So we've been given utmost importance to ASHAs. We have also, sir, increased the fixed incentive was set up, sir, at 2,000 rupees and it's been given on time, and the government has also considered to increase it now from 2,000 to 3,000 rupees, sir. So these are the kind of benefits that we are looking at, keeping the constraints. We are working towards improving the overall condition of the ASHA, sir. So the Umnyang Barnai Parila MCH Hospital, the Christmas gift. So, sir, I can assure the honorable member that definitely he will get a Christmas gift this year. It is very, very close to being completed in terms of the procedure, buildings and all are completed. The manpower issue was the part that was taking long, but we have now resolved that issue also, and very soon this will be done. I can assure the honorable member that way before Christmas we should be able to implement this. I hope that within a few months, not like 8-9 months, within a few months we should be able to make this functional. Sir, at the same time, sir, just to share with the honorable members about health, that you'll be happy to know that the Meghalaya government and the state has the great, tag of being the #1 state in terms of the amount of money we budget for health. Our health budget is 8.6% of our budget, sir. This is the highest in the country. So the maximum amount given by any state in the country is Meghalaya when it comes to health. It was at 5.7% when we had taken over 6 years back, and we have brought it up from 5.7% today to 8.6%. So we are also under the process of improving all the sub-centers, already 150 sub-centers. The work is going on, and like we have started the work for schools, the work for the CHC, PHCs also has started, and I can assure the members that we will provide the best infrastructure in the CHCs and PHCs, also accommodation for the doctors and the staff that are staying out there, sir. Sorry, sir, there are too many pages. So there was a big issue which I also am very, very concerned about is so the menace of drugs. And this was raised by a large number of members. And I just want to share, sir, with you that there has been, again, unprecedented action against drug peddlers and the entire movement of drugs in the state in the last few years, sir. And just to share a few numbers, sir, that over 1,600 people have been arrested. Over 882 cases have been registered, out of which 696 cases have been charge sheeted. We have caught the almost 40,000 grams of heroin, almost 11,000 kgs of ganja, almost 2,700 grams of opium, and so on and so forth, and almost close to 1 crore worth of cash, mobile phones, 323 vehicles. So there has been a very, very aggressive movement from the Home Department under the leadership of our Deputy CM and the Deputy and the DG Police, who have been very firm on ensuring that the movement of drugs is stopped and we are able to take action against the people who are responsible for this. But sir, while we say that, it is a very, very difficult area, because being such a highly lucrative and high margin kind of a work or a business, I don't want to call it a business, it's a very bad way to call it a business, but from the dealing point of view, since the margins are high, there are a lot of people who keep doing this, and therefore it is very, very challenging for the police sometimes. But yes, we are trying our best to ensure that we are able to address these issues and stop the flow. And at the same time, sir, as you're aware, we have come out with a very, very ambitious program called the DREAM project, which is again a project meant to really give a larger, more holistic approach to dealing with the drug issue, because it is not just about the supply, but it is about the rehabilitation. It is about providing different kind of support structure and ensuring that the drug addicts are given the guidance so that they don't go back to taking drugs again. So this DREAM project is a project which will work with different stakeholders, especially the community leaders, and try to work with the government and experts to ensure that we are able to address the issue of drugs in a much more broader and a holistic manner, sir. Sir, apart from that, there were some issues that our honorable members had just raised, for whom, you know, the notes were not there, so I've taken my own notes. And just to share with everybody, some of the honorable members had mentioned about power cuts, sir. And I just want to again clarify and share with everybody that in the last year, so we were actually in a very, very complicated, situation and a very challenging situation. And I'll try to just explain how we have tried to change all of this, sir. So in the past, we had done something called power banking. And so we banked the power in terms of the units that we used to share. So if we were giving certain units, then we would take back the units at a later stage. And that led us to commit close to 2 million units of our production on a daily basis for companies with which we had banked earlier and who had provided us power. And hence the load shedding continued way into May, June, July, August also, even after the rains, because we were producing the power, but we were giving it back to the agencies which had given us the power in January, February, March, and those other lean seasons. Now, sir, in a simple term, it sounds very, very easy. But if you look at the complexity of trading of power, things are very different when you try to trade power in terms of units and trade power in terms of rate. So when you look at the trading of the power in terms of how much the power cost at a certain day or certain point in the day, then the trading efficiency improves. For example, sir, today during the daytime, if you are taking power from a solar company producing power in, say, Rajasthan, you could get power at even 2 rupees, 3 rupees per unit. Whereas if you try to buy power at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the peak time in the evening, you end up buying power at almost close to maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11, 12 rupees, depending on the shortage of the power. And hence, we have now this year changed the entire strategy, and our chairperson and our honorable minister have been very, very diligently working and ensuring that when we buy power, we try to buy the power during the time when the rates are lesser. And since Umiam is a place where we can store the power and release it as and when we feel correct, we can actually sell our power and produce it at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the evening, and even sell it at a high rate of 8, 9, 10 rupees. I know this may sound very complicated to some, but it's a very basic question of seeing the rates and producing the power and selling it and trading the power in the correct manner. So this exercise has really helped the department today to be able to actually earn to some extent by selling the power at the right time and by able to take the power from different agencies at the right time. And NTPC has been very, very helpful in that. So this has really helped us to resolve to some extent the power situation that we faced last year, and that is what we're doing differently this year. Second thing which we're doing differently, sir, is that wherever our agencies have tied up with the Government of India for supply of power, even though the rates were slightly higher than what we would want, so we have gone ahead and taken that power because, again, looking at the overall rate situation that is there, it is easier and better for us to take that power because it is still lesser than compared to the rates which may be there at a later stage during the, say, the more demanding times like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening. Sir, apart from that, we have also ensured that all our units that are there, that are installed, are working at a maximum production, depending on the water availability, of course. But we have worked towards ensuring that the production of the power also and the units are working efficiently. We have technical snags once in a while, but the team is on its toes, and we're ensuring that whenever the units have any technical snag, we resolve them at the earliest. So we do expect that this calendar year and this particular coming financial year, that we will not face the kind of challenges that we faced last year. I am not giving an assurance on the floor of the House that there will not be any load shedding, but we are quite sure that it will be bare minimum. It will be bare minimum, and we will try to give power in such a way that it is of minimum inconvenience to the people. And there are possibilities, there is a chance that we may actually be able to provide it fully, and we are working towards that. But as I said, it will be incorrect for me to give that assurance in the House. But as I said, that the situation will be nowhere close to what we faced last time. We have planned well, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to really take care of that situation and that issue, sir. So regarding the science colleges that were mentioned, we are aware of this problem and this issue, sir. And I have recently announced in Sora as well as in William Nagar that in the government colleges, wherever there is no science, we are going to start science stream in all the government colleges. So this is going to happen, and yes, it's only a first step. We will see how we could expand it even further. Now the new education policy requires multidisciplinary subjects to be there, and hence all the colleges are now working towards introducing different streams. So we will see how the government can work together with them to facilitate that process. But to start with, the government colleges, all the government colleges will have science as well as commerce stream also in them, sir. So regarding the smart town project that was mentioned by Honorable MLA Joy, I just want to share with the House, and I'll be giving more numbers in the budget speech also, that today for Shillong city and for overall development of the second and third phase, which is the administrative city and the knowledge city, we will be spending more than 5,000 crores through government spending or through private investment in Shillong city, in the administrative city and in the knowledge city. So Shillong city will see a huge investment, unprecedented in nature, which will completely transform and create Shillong into a really great growth center, and that is the kind of investment we're looking at. So 5,000 crores is minimum. I will share the exact details in my budget speech. Regarding, sir, the smart town projects, I know the honorable member was mentioning about the slight difference in the numbers, but if you actually go into details between Tura and Jowai, you will see that out of the 300 crores that is mentioned for Tura, 145 crores is for PS Sangma Stadium. So if you minus the 145 crores from 300, Tura is down to 150 crores also. And then finally, if you go down and you look at the other projects also, the ISBT project also is part of the smart town project, because we're looking at mobility issues. But that again is an investment that was made some time back, but it is important to put it because it's part of the mobility plan for Tura town. But if you remove that, again, Tura town's investment is down to about 125 crores actually in terms of the investments that are made. And more importantly, sir, as we move forward, the smart town project is a process. It doesn't end with what we do today or tomorrow. Every year we will work towards improving the investments. More and more funds will go in. We would like to see that every town becomes smart. It's not about just two, but everything cannot happen in one go. So it's a process, sir, but let me assure the honorable member and the other members also that we will go into this aspect also. And regarding the different age he mentioned about the police and constables, so we had decided to increase the age for other jobs, because to keep in mind the different employment opportunities for others. But when it comes to police and the constables especially, sir, there is a certain age limit that has to be there because of the physical requirement and physical need of, say, police person. So obviously, sir, the older the person gets, there are physical limitations to every individual. And hence, we had to look at the requirement of the job, of what a constable has to go through, and keep that factor in mind. And the police, of course, would want more physically stronger and younger people in their force. And hence, that was a criteria because of which we were not able to enhance the age limit for the constables. But again, as I said, I don't have the exact numbers right now, but it is the same as it was before. So we did not reduce the police constable age. It's just that we increased others. So honorable member was mentioning that we reduced the age, which is incorrect, sir. We left it as it was. It was 18 to 21. We did not reduce it, but we increased others, like for other jobs. But as you're aware, sir, for SC and ST, that number has got an additional 5 years. So therefore, 21 plus 5 means 26 when it comes to ST candidates. So hence, I just wanted to clarify that because, as I said, it is important to know the reason why we had to keep the age limit same. Sir, some of the members had mentioned about cultural promotion and promoting of choirs. Sir, yes, in fact, we are working on that, and the different Art and Culture Department has already worked on this. We are having different programs to look into this, and I can assure the honorable member and the other members that cultural and music aspect and promotion of that is also a priority for this government. And it is evident from the different programs, festivals, and programs like the grassroots music program that we are having in the state. So there was mentioned by other MLAs also regarding water and water quality and water treatment. Yes, sir, at different levels, we are always monitoring the water quality. We had mentioned about what is the amount that was used. So that kind of information is not available with me. But if the honorable member desires, I can always provide those informations to them. They mentioned about the environment and the plantation of trees and other aspects. So I'm happy to inform that this again is a very important priority for the state. And not only are we doing it on our own, but there are a lot of agencies now seeing the work that the state government is doing, that many agencies from the national level and international as well are joining with the state government to work with us for afforestation projects also, sir. So regarding the issue of CUET, sir, every year the government gives a relaxation of 1 year to us, the central government. And therefore, we go to the central government and we request every time that the CUET should allow us to be exempted every year. And Government of India has been kind enough to do that in the past. But just to share, sir, that the present capacity that the state has to cater to the needs of the students appearing for the above mentioned tests, sir, I'll just share the numbers, that the state is having the capacity to cater to needs of 35,197 students, having 3 settings in a day for 1,200 students at 23 centers, sir. And this process, some are almost about to be completed, but within the next 2 weeks, all these centers will be up and running, sir. But apart from that, sir, we are also working, and the reason why we had changed the nomenclature and also the scope of the Captain Williamson Sangma Technical University to a full-fledged university was precisely so that the CUET could be bypassed. The reason, sir, why CUET is a problem, because it is applicable to central universities. But all the state colleges are affiliated to NEHU, because that is the only university we have. And hence, NEHU is following these policies. So a college student from Nongtalang does not have to actually appear, he has no reason to appear for CUET. But because they're affiliated to NEHU, they have to appear for CUET. Now that we have the Captain Williamson Sangma College, we will start the process of asking the colleges to now start affiliating with Captain Williamson Sangma College, which is the first state university. And once they do that, then the requirement of CUET will not be there, of course, unless and until they're applying for a course that is in that particular university, sir. So many questions were raised about the road conditions. Again, it's a very broad topic, but let me, as I said, assure the members in the House that that road is definitely a priority for us, and it has been seen with the kind of work that we have done in the last many years, that we have really focused on road. It cannot be done in one go, and of course there are a lot of requirements, but the commitment is shown by the kind of sanctions we do and the kind of amount of money that we are releasing for the payments for different contractors, as was seen in the question hour today, sir. Sir, there were different issues raised by, again, Nongstoin MLA also, everything from the different issues of bank loans being given by the banks and how we could make it easier, different bills of the district councils that are stuck there, and so we are moving on each one of them, and every bill is in the process. Some have been returned back, some are being examined by the state government, some have been forwarded to the Honorable Governor. Similarly, sir, we are working towards making the MCH also operational. We have to clear some of the pending issues, but we will work and try to ensure that we are able to complete that also at the earliest. So I was very happy with the suggestions given by Mokurwat MLA. It was very short, precise, and to the point. He only mentioned about tourism and about traffic. I have noted both the points down, and definitely, sir, there are very good suggestions. Definitely, sir, we will look into both of them. Our Amlarem MLA also had given a large number of suggestions, including the 50 years of the Amlarem subdivision. So we will work hand in hand to ensure on how we can see to make Amlarem a smart town also. We will see how we can invest and try to improve the overall infrastructure and facilities. He has already put up a proposal for auditorium and a convention center in Amlarem, and I have already assured him that it will come up, and therefore, like that, sir, as and when we can, we will continue to give the importance to the different towns of our state. So the very good suggestion came from him regarding the proposal of putting Garo and Khasi language in the syllabus, at least at the primary and maybe at the upper primary level, or to whatever level is possible, because it will facilitate our children learning both the languages. Though that may have a lot of logistical challenges which we are examining, but the proposal is very meaningful, and it would send a very positive message and would also help, as mentioned, in our efforts to make Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule. And so this aspect is being also examined by the government. He had mentioned, sir, again about the MTET exam, the EMRS issues. So we are examining those aspects also. Sir, apart from that, many other suggestions were there, as I said, but because of the paucity of time, sir, I will not be able to go into all of those details. I have tried to cover as much as possible in my deliberations, sir, and I do apologize if I was not able to address all the issues, but let me assure you that I have taken note of all of this, and you may believe it or you may not believe it, but after we go back, this document goes to the team and each one of them goes through every aspect and informs the concerned department to take necessary action. So we are very, very particular about that, and wherever the suggestions are good and positive and doable, we will immediately implement those suggestions also, sir. So with these few clarifications, and once again, sir, thanking all the honorable members for their contribution and for their very positive and constructive debate and suggestions, sir. I once again thank all the members, and with that, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.